Hey, good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to the channel. I appreciate you stopping by, and you know why you're here, I know why we're here. It's time for the lineup. It's time to find out what's coming up for the Long Song Saturday for the month of May 2024. Things are heating up, not only like on the channel, but like just in general. It's getting towards summer, especially here in Florida. So yeah, hopefully you guys are excited for what's to come. I got a decent lineup. I think everything I do is decent. I don't think it's great, but I don't think it's horrible. It's just okay, and that's where I aim to please do what I can here. As always, I try to have a little bit of variety, but we will let you all decide how things are going. So, and I do let you guys decide because you guys chose these tracks and these albums and such. So, yeah. Let me know, by the way, if you guys like these little preview videos. Do you like the preview of like what's coming up for the Saturdays? It doesn't give away the whole month, but just a little bit of something to give you to look forward to. Let me know if you guys enjoy that. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and get into it. For the first Saturday of the month of May, for May the 4th, nothing Star Wars related, even though I guess you could argue that there's a spaceship in the sky of this album. We're going to be listening to this album that had been suggested by Mark Philla, Spherical Harmony, Ken L, Hippo in the Snow, Gaia Eterno, W. Pollock, Andy, AK, Greg Hansel, Benoit Desmarais, This Happy Breed, Black Sad, Nelson DJ, Tim Whitnell. It goes on and on from there. And once again, I don't know if you guys actually suggested this album, even though I know a lot of you did, but at least some of you mentioned this album. So there's that. Also, Miss Aster Dancer, I see you down there as well. This will be the 1976 sixth studio album by this particular band. The album name is A New World Record. Of course, that will be by ELO, Electric Light Orchestra. That is what is happening on May the 4th. A little ELO to go with your coffee that morning. So you can come by and check that out, 7 a.m. Eastern time. Moving on into the next part of the lineup. For May 11th, we're going to be checking out this progressive rock album, but we're going to take the first half of this album, not the whole thing in one bite. We'll do a two-biter for this one. This has been suggested by Steven Sabella, Ball Jean, Microcrystal, Pentagrammaton, Ken L again, Porful Popnecker, James Atkinson, Fortune Agent, Gary Budette, Bob Holtzman, James Houston, Dex Tier, Ronnie Farnsworth. It goes on from there. Freddie Barber, I got you there as well. This will be the 1975 release, sixth studio album. Again, got a 6/6 going on. This will be the album Recycled, Nectar. So we're going to take the first half, which is Recycled Part 1, and then shortly after, we'll take Part 2 with Recycled from Nectar. So that will be May 11th for that Saturday. Moving on to May 18th, things get a little bit darker as we're going into the post-punk direction, the gothic rock direction. This particular album being suggested to me by Rydell Downward, Similiminum, Falcon Girl, I Just Need Myself, and Stephen Holberton. You guys had suggested this album, and that will also be, let's see, I thought I had one more name, but I don't. This is the 1980 album, debut studio album, by the way, In the Flat Field by the band Bauhaus. So we got some we're going to goth it up a little bit on May 18th here. And then finally, after we goth things up, we got to jazz things up. So we're going to be covering this next album for the final weekend of May. This particular album being suggested by Mr. Wondrous, Gaia Eternal, David Lane, Thomas Hoffman, Ball Jean, Vandal Nonsuch, Frank Pantagelli, Paul Hansberry, Renee Mokum, R.K. Gator, Michael Keefe, David Oliveris, P. Crimson, Robert Lear, Toby Tanzer, and as I always say, the list does go on and on from there. You guys had suggested this particular 1970 album, the second studio album from this band. We've listened to one album from them before, and it's time to give it another go. So we're going to be listening to the band Santana with their album Abraxas, 1970, their second album. So that is the full lineup for May 2024. Just to give it another go, we got ELO with New World Record, Nectar with Recycled Part 1 with Part 2 soon to follow, Bauhaus, In the Flat Field, and then Santana with Abraxas. I hope that there is something in that lineup that gets you excited, that tickles your fancy. I don't know why this is the hand gesture I use for tickling your fancy, but we'll let it go. Hopefully there's something that gets you in the mood and gets you right. So hope you're looking forward to something in that lineup. Of course, you're more than welcome to continue your suggestions down there in the comments below. Thank you all so much for continuing to watch the channel for as many days, hours, weeks, months, years, however long it's been. I appreciate you stopping on through. That's the video. Got to work on these endings. Got to figure that out. All right, bye-bye now.